Hi everyone, I'm Alex McCrickard with the Department of Game and Inland Fisheries, and today I'm going to talk about one of my favorite patterns for targeting smallmouth bass throughout the springtime in Virginia. It's a pattern, a streamer pattern called the half and half, and it's actually a combination of Bob Clouser's Clouser minnow and Lefty Cray's deceiver. Both super famous fly innovators and experts in the fly fishing arena, and these two combine their patterns to really kind of create a fly that's the best of both worlds. The half and half has kind of got that thicker, bulkier profile that you'll see in Lefty's deceiver, but it's got some of those sinking, jigging attributes that you'll get from the Clouser. The half and half is tied with dumbbell eyes like the Clouser minnow is oftentimes tied with, and the dumbbell eyes actually allow the fly to flip upside down. And the pattern's not only got bucktail on it like you'll see in the Clouser, but it's got those longer hackle feathers that you'll see in the deceiver. And then there's plenty of crystal flash in this fly that kind of allows it to attract fish even in murky, off-color stained conditions. The dumbbell eyes allow this fly to sink quickly, and again, it's got that bulky profile. The deceiver is going to push a lot of water. One of my favorite things about it is when you strip the fly, it tends to move forward and then kind of fall a little bit, and move forward and fall a little bit. And that's oftentimes that kind of rising and falling motion of the pattern that really sort of mimics that injured bait fish, and it really allows those smallmouth to oftentimes be enticed to take the fly. The fly is great too because it exhibits a lot of the counter shading that we'll see in a lot of minnows and chubs and fall fish and just a lot of those forage fish that the smallmouth bass are feeding on during this time of the year. So you'll see it's got that darker kind of tan. This one has got that darker tan color on the back and that lighter underside there that actually mimics those natural food sources. This pattern comes in a wide variety of colors. People really enjoy the olive and white combo. Chartreuse and white or chartreuse and yellow is also a good go-to. And even some more muted natural colors too, like this burnt orange brown pattern here is quite popular. The half and half works so well because in the springtime, especially in pre-spawn mode, these smallmouth bass are out, they're in the runs, they're looking to bulk up, and they're getting territorial before the spawn. We'll oftentimes find these fish during this time of the year behind mid-river boulders and in current seams where fast water meets slow water. They'll be holding in those seams midway through the water column and actively looking for forage fish. These fish are bulking up. They can be found on ledges, drop-offs. Really mid-March through the middle or latter part of April is great pre-spawn mode to kind of get out and find some of these larger fish. And sometimes it takes throwing a bigger pattern to really kind of entice some of these bigger fish to eat. And then the bass will really start to kind of spawn towards the latter part of April and then through the month of May. But again, pre-spawn is one of the best times to get out and try to target big smallmouth throughout the state. A lot of times our rivers and streams throughout Virginia are also in high flow conditions during this time of the year. So the half and half is a great pattern because not only is it flashy and bulky, but it can push a lot of water and even move fish in those kind of stained high flows. So consider giving this fly a shot. It's great in sizes 4 through 2 and then all the way up to 1/0, 2/0, and 3/0. So it can be thrown in a wide variety of sizes. And depending on the body of water you're on, you can fish it with a full sinking line or a sink tip. Or even a floating line if you're on a smaller to medium-sized river. Those dumbbell eyes really allow that fly to sink down. Thanks for tuning in with us today and learning about this pattern. And stay tuned. We're going to be putting out a techniques and tactics report for targeting smallmouth bass throughout Virginia in the springtime. Look for that in our notes from the field from April, and we'll see you guys soon.